Cheers.
Cheers, man.
The Cheers theme.
By
Gary Portnoy and Judy Hart Angelo.
Richard didn't just know that.
No, we just looked that up.
But I should have made everybody think you.
Yeah. Wow, you're a walking jukebox.
I'm a Portnoy fan, dude. I know his whole thing.
Love me some Gary Portnoy.
Yeah, man, he knows how to put it together. Now you can drink.
Okay.
I don't know. It's a Cheers theme song at the bar.
Yeah. Cheers was a little before my time.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I guess it was before my time too. But it's funny.
It is. It is.
I watched it.
I enjoy what I've seen of it.
I watched it.
Cool.
Both eras. Both the Diane, I can't remember her last name, era, and the Kirstie Alley era. They're both funny.
Alley.
Yeah, they're both
R.I.P.
funny. Yeah, Ted Danson's a funny dude. There's a new show with Ted Danson out that's funny too on Netflix. Man Fool, I think it's what it's called.
Okay.
Not Ted Danson. Yeah, is it Ted?
Yeah, it's Ted.
Okay.
Danson and Cheers.
Okay, why was I thinking Tony Danza?
I always get Ted Danson and Dick Van Dyke mixed up for some reason.
It's because how they look.
I guess. Hey everybody, welcome back to Great Measures. My name is Richard. This is Judson.
Great Measures.
All right, I'm really excited about this one. It's been a few weeks.
Well, I can't wait to bring you down then.
You might. You might. So the band is called Harakiri For The Sky.
What? Man. What is that? What is that again?
Harakiri is the samurai disembowelment where they kill themselves instead of like when they've been captured or if they're facing.
I've heard that called seppuku.
Okay. Well, it's also.
So this band is already wrong because I know everything about the samurai.
And it may not just be samurai. I don't know. So the name of the band came from the singer had a dream where he jumped off of a cliff and was disemboweling himself as he's falling, and then he like flies off into freedom or liberation or whatever in the dream. So he calls it Harakiri For The Sky.
I have dreams.
Let's talk about the name of the song first, and then we'll
no. I have dreams about having on clothes that are too little, or a shirt that's way too big, and I can't find the clothes I need to wear, and I'm around a bunch of people. This guy has dreams of falling off a cliff, committing ritual suicide successfully, and then flying off into that was from an interview. Balderdash.
Yeah, it was from an interview from 2021, I think, with Metal Imperium is where I read that.
And that's where the name of the band. Say the name. Say the
Harakiri. Harakiri. I've looked up multiple ways to pronounce it. That's the way that is most common.
The only reason I say it's called seppuku is because there's a movie called Ronin that has Robert De Niro in it. And the guy from The Professional, whatever his name, I can't remember his name. Luke. Anyway,
it may be multiple names.
The guy says ritual suicide and goes through this whole thing because he's Ronin were lawless samurai that didn't have a master.
Okay.
You know.
So the song.
It's all that I know. It's all.
This is the part I'm excited about. The song is called Street Spirit Fade Out.
Is it? Mm-hmm. Did they cover it?
It's a Radiohead cover.
Oh, okay.
And as the biggest Radiohead fan that I know.
Yeah. There's a lot of us out there.
I'm really excited to show you this one. They have an album out that just came out the 24th, January 24th, last Friday, called Scorched Earth. And this is the final song on the album.
They do other covers on the album, or is it?
This is the only cover they do on this album, yeah.
Props to Harakiri. What is the name of the band again?
Harakiri For The Sky.
Harakiri For The Sky.
No. Let's go.
Let's listen to the song.
All right, this is Harakiri For The Sky performing Street Spirit Fade Out. Ready?
Yeah.
Rows of houses are bearing down on me. I can feel their blue hands touching me. All those things into position. All those things were one day sworn.
Well, let's hear it.
That was awful.
Was it?
No, I'll tell you why.
Okay. It wasn't awful. You're going to tell me why it wasn't awful? Or why it was awful?
No, I don't really, okay, how would I, so, generally, you cover a song that you like, or that somehow you feel from a band propelled your musical ideal or shaping of your musical philosophy.
Sure, they influenced you pretty heavily.
One way or another.
Yeah.
Or if you're just trying to, be funny, and then maybe you cover Right Said Fred.
Right.
And it's just musically fun or something. But generally you do something like this, especially a band like Radiohead, they're feeling. They are feeling.
Yeah.
It's a certain kind of feeling. Sad music, generally, but it's whatever. It's generally haunting and whatever, introspective.
Which could also be said for the rest of this band's music.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I would.
Very
You have
emotive and.
Yeah, you have to. I mean, this song itself is, anyway, so I think if you're going to cover something, in my opinion, means nothing to anybody but my mother, is that if you're going to do a cover a song, don't play it just like it is already. Find another thing, play it a different way, one way or another. Which, did you listen to the Radiohead version?
Yeah, I've heard the Radiohead.
You've heard it, but you didn't listen.
Yeah, I listened to it.
When you heard this
The
song,
other
so
day,
you know
yeah.
the difference between the two.
Mm-hmm.
So, the Radiohead version stays on that for a while.
Yeah.
And then he comes in on, the drummer comes in on the rim shot. I mean, they don't start drum beat and the stuff till the end when they're and they're doing that part. And then they stop it. After then it stops and they go back just to the guitar. So the fact that they bring in you could easily listen to that and go, that's not how you play this. That's not how the song goes.
Sure.
But I learned a long time ago that's ridiculous. If you're going to play a cover song, do something else to it.
Put your own spin on it.
And then roll the dice at seeing if people even like it. Can you get over? It's an interesting thing. Can somebody get over the fact that they're covering a Radiohead song? Or do you touch something that is already so holy?
Yeah.
And I don't mean for Radiohead, but I mean, for anybody else doing any other thing that's, I can't remember that.
I will say while you're collecting your thoughts, this one seems to be very popular because even on their Spotify page, this one's got somewhere around double the streams of the next most popular song on this album, which the album just got released.
For this band. Mm-hmm. Yeah, well, it's because of Radiohead.
Right, of course. But I'm just saying, if they had butchered it, not saying you're saying they butchered it, but if they had butchered it, it probably wouldn't have been listened to as much.
That's what I mean. I think that that's what I was getting at is the butchering, I think, comes from, I don't think you can butcher it if you're trying to do it. No, I mean, if you're trying to do it differently. If you're trying to pull it off, if somebody's trying to sing an Aretha Franklin song and trying to just mimic how she sings it, and they're doing it, the people are playing like she's doing it, they can butcher it.
Yeah.
Because they don't, you're trying to do the song as she does it and you don't do it well, you butcher it. Mm-hmm. But if you, I don't know, if you do a totally different spin on it, I mean, these guys go ahead and go full band way early in the song than is done, and then they don't, then the double bass drum comes in there at the end, because you have to have some kind of, you're still sticking true to the formula of what the Radiohead song did, is that, one person's quiet may not be another person's quiet. So bringing in full guitars, if you're not, you understand what I mean? Like,
yeah.
So they're still sort of staying true to what they do and the song itself. So I don't think you can butcher it then. I think you do it if you take a chance.
Another interesting note.
That one?
That one. From what this band, another one of those bands that we've talked about in previous videos that I've heard of, but I just never gave the time to listen to.
This band?
Yeah.
Harakiri?
Yes. If the moon was made of spare ribs, would you eat it?
Hi!
But it's just two people.
With your point.
Just two people.
That wasn't very good.
So the singer
This is just two people?
goes by JJ, and the multi-instrumentalist that plays all the instruments goes by MI or ML. I don't know. I'm sorry. I'm probably butchering that. But there's also a feature, and I think I know where the feature is. There's a feature from a black metal artist called Groza, Groza, in this song as well. And I think you can faintly hear harsh vocals.
In this song, you mean?
Yeah, like way back in the back of the mix, you can hear some harsh vocals, and I think that was that Groza feature, but I don't know.
They don't tell you where the feature is on that? Or you just didn't?
It just says featuring Groza.
On this song?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, sorry, on this song.
Okay, well then there's probably a bunch. And
But this is also kind of a departure from JJ's normal vocal style. So they're from Austria as well, by the way.
Oh, well, shout out to Austria.
Austria.
Einstein country.
He has this like haunting, howling delivery with his voice. It's so unique, but it fits the music really well. And that's kind of where I was mentioning, like it's emotional, it's passionate. Like he's just got this way of, it's almost like he's howling. I don't know. I don't know how else to put it. But he's kind of got that thick Austrian accent too, and you'll hear some Schwarzenegger in there every now and then,
Yeah.
But I'm impressed with this whole album, honestly. But I heard this song and I was like, Judson's got to hear this.
Just new.
Yeah.
This music is new.
This album just came out Friday, the 24th.
Friday. Wow.
Yeah. But this song got released maybe a few weeks before the album.
Yeah, I mean, that's obviously they like Radiohead. Or maybe they don't. Who
Because
knows?
see, they play, their genre or subgenre is post-black metal. So they've got black metal elements mixed with like post-rock elements.
Okay.
And I think that's where some of the Radiohead, the alternative style of rock or whatever you want to call Radiohead.
You can't.
Yeah. Good luck lumping that into something.
You can't. I think they took whatever torch Pink Floyd laid down.
Yeah.
Obviously not doing the same thing, but with that same English quiet desperation is the English way type stuff. I think they took that and then made it, obviously. I think Radiohead, the name of their band comes from, oh crap, I don't remember anymore. I thought it was it. Oh no, I've lost it. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. I think it's a reference to another band. I thought it was Talking Heads, but I could. Anyway, so
overall, you approve of.
I approve of anyone doing something that they're
And I'm just
paying
asking your
homage
opinion
to.
based on knowing how much you enjoy and love and appreciate Radiohead.
Oh, it's weird. I don't think I care. Like I'm not. I probably wouldn't listen to this song again. Not because I don't think it sounded good. It sounded good to my ears because I already liked the song by
Right.
Radiohead. But I can give them props and be like, yeah, you know, because you did it differently.
Yeah.
You know, I listen to a lot of, well, Medeski, Martin and Wood, my favorite band, did a whole, I used to get all these live bootlegs, people, you know, and it would take on E-Tree, it would take me 3 days to download one disc of a show because there's one person seating it, and of course if you have a lot more seaters, it's quicker. You know what I'm talking about. So I'd get the most obscure things I could find, and they did a show with they just did Jimi Hendrix tunes, and if I didn't tell you that and I let you listen to it, you wouldn't know. Right. Half the time that they're playing a Jimi Hendrix song, because they do it so it seems like they find the most abstract way that they can do it, and then they might throw in a little bit of well, you've heard that Hey Joe that I've played. Yeah. That's Medeski Martin Wood version of Hey Joe. It's just slow. And so anyway, so that's kind of where I started realizing that was the thing that showed me, you know, if you're going to cover music, don't play it like they play it. They already played it that way. Yeah. So I can give them props for that, being that they put their own thing on it. But then kept true to the form, pretty much. That's probably where that guy that you're talking about featuring is probably. Maybe, I don't know. There's a lot of choirish aspects to that song on the radio, on the bends. You hear, there's just a lot. I'm sure he recorded a lot of voices for that. That's just where I'm saying that's where the most vocals are in the song itself, and it seems like it was there too. Okay. This guy even, I don't know which one is the vocalist, but what his name is, what did you say, Jason? JJ. He even didn't sing, he even changed the melody of how it's usually sang in one part, which kind of, at first, if you're singing along your head, you're kind of like, because it's not what is going on in your head. But I think that's awesome. I like that. Like I said, I learned a long time ago that to bring a not just a fresh approach, but a totally different one. You know, because you get stuck in ideas of creativity of how do we do this? Do we make it more ours? Do we make it more theirs? Do we try to find somewhere in the middle? Are we trying to change? Do we want to change this part? Or I don't know. It's a hard road to go down to find the way to do it properly. But I think they did. Yeah. I mean, I wouldn't say don't play that. Don't play it anymore, Radiohead. And that's an interesting song to cover when you're a heavier band, because that song in particular doesn't have, which is the other thing. Right. Yeah. You know, it's a quiet song, and it ends the Radiohead album that it's on, and it ends with one guitar note. It starts with one guitar note. You ever play this song? Have you tried to play this song? They're doing it in A flat minor, but it's in A minor. Okay. In Radiohead. So you just get your A minor, and it's easy picking. You can do it with a pick, but on the B string where you hold your A minor, you come right here, then you let it go. Okay. But then you go to the C, come right here, then it's the same note on the A minor, then you let it go, and then E minor, come right here, then you let it go, back to the A minor. The song. Yeah. Right there. And it's so, you know, that's the cool thing about Radiohead is they can take something that simple, and if you make it quiet and then you build it up, those three chords are over and over and over. But they do the same thing. I think they also, I guess the point is musically you have to make it interesting in other ways for those three chords to be okay with being played over and over and over. Because A minor to C, that's like half of music in the world goes from A minor to C. Yeah. Yeah. Just move your ring finger. Yeah, I mean, it's sister chord. It's the same chord. It's just with an A. And I mean, on the piano, it's the same thing. That's an A minor. That's a C. So, and it's, you know. Heart, soul, every Beatles song ever written. Sure. So yeah, you have to do things and they do it. They did it. I think they did it.
Okay.
I enjoyed listening to the song.
I want to do some other stuff. Another song from this album.
By Harry Carey?
Yeah, by Harry Carey.
Harry Carey what again? Of the Sky?
For the Sky.
Harry Carey For The Sky.
7th inning stretch. Take me out to the ball game.
That's the only way I'm going to really remember it.
Yeah. Yeah. Anything else?
Now you trying to get out of here. Thanks for showing me this song, man. I really appreciate it.
You're very welcome.
You're
It was
thinking
my
of
pleasure.
me.
I've been really excited about this one. You know, in all honesty, I expected a standing ovation from you.
Really?
Yeah.
I mean, I gave it in my head.
I had these dreams of you standing up and just
Can't have expectations,
applauding.
man.
I know. It's my own doing.
I just wanna make your dreams come true, Richard.
Thanks for watching, everybody.
I take it as a late birthday present or something.
Yeah, there you go.
Thanks for showing it to me.
You know, I almost made a community post about your birthday, and then I thought, no.
I'd have gotten on there and
Yeah.
said all kind of nasty stuff.
Yeah. Everybody wish Judson a happy late birthday. My name is Richard. We are Great Measures. This is Judson. That was Harakiri For The Sky performing Radiohead's Street Spirit Fade Out from their 2024 album.
Great
called
Measures.
Scorched Earth.
That it is.
Check out the album if you haven't already.
Check out the album.
Have a wonderful day, everybody.